For this collage artwork, instead of using tissue paper, which we're using in school, we're gonna try using some coffee filters if you've got them. And they can be brown too, that's fine. I have the white ones. Or you can use paper towels. So I have 3 coffee filters here. Now you also need some watercolors, a water cup, and a paintbrush. If you don't have watercolors, you can always use markers and water. So first I'm going to show you with the watercolor what I'm going to do with my coffee filter. We are learning about warm and cool colors. So for this coffee filter, I am going to paint with some warm colors, some red, orange, and yellow. And I can use my water as a tool. If I add water onto the coffee filter and then add some paint, it'll kind of bleed on there. If you want to see more clearly what you're doing, piece of paper underneath might help, and then you'll get another piece of artwork out of it. So I'm going to paint this whole thing. I can add some little blobbies of other colors. This one I'm just going to make, I think, red and yellow. Okay, so there's one warm colored coffee filter. I'm going to set that aside to dry. Now I'm going to make my next coffee filter with some cool colors. Okay. I'm going to paint my, actually I'll show you the marker technique on my last coffee filter. So if you don't have watercolors, you can still do this project. Take your coffee filter, grab a marker. Maybe I'll make this one cool colors too, purple and blue. And I'll just add some random lines onto there. You can use as many colors as you'd like on this. And then I'm going to use my water to get these markers to turn into kind of watercolor paint. Oh, that's so awesome. Look at those colors bleed. Don't draw on top of your wet coffee filter, it'll ruin your marker. Okay, so I'm going to let all 3 of these dry, and I'm going to come back in a little while to cut them up and make a collage. Okay, so my coffee filters are all dry, and it's actually kind of interesting that the papers I put underneath printed with those colors too. So you could even use these for other collages. You could use them in this collage. So double the artwork. But with my coffee filters, since they're a little bit see-through, they're going to give me kind of that same effect as the tissue paper. I'm going to do that same first step that I did with my last tissue paper artwork, where I'm going to make a smaller shape to make this more manageable for myself. This one I'm going to make quite small, but it's up to you how big you make your starting shape. Now you can do that same glue sandwich technique. So I've got my watered down glue, and you can use a glue stick too if you're home and you don't have Elmer's glue that you want to water down. And I'm going to start like this. Again, put a little piece of paper underneath if you are working on a surface you don't want to get dirty. And I'm going to start layering all of these together. And where they touch, they are going to get a little darker. And it's going to be a little hard to notice right away, but it will get on there. Now, you can layer these things however you want. I'm going to do that, I think. So I need a little glue underneath. And this will be awesome because where the red and the green touch, you'll see a little bit of a shadow back there. Pretty cool. And you can do that same thing I said before, where you can fold back the edges, or you can let them dry and then cut them off. So this is not totally done, but I just wanted to give you a sense of the technique. So, oh, this looks like a piece of watermelon actually. works a lot better once it's dry to move that back, but it gives you the same kind of effect as the tissue paper. So if you don't have tissue paper at home, coffee filters are an awesome thing to try. All right, have fun with it.